Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Western adventure Raymond Burr starring in an episode of Fort-Laramie. This episode of the program, entitled Indian Scout, was originally broadcast October 21st, 1956.
At the gallop. Oh!
Fort-Laramie.
Fort-Laramie, starring Raymond Burr as Captain Lee Quince. Specially transcribed tales of the dark and tragic ground of the wild frontier. The saga of fighting men who rode the rim of empire. And the dramatic story of Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry.
You hear anything now, Gorse?
A lot of little sounds, but not the moaning. Might be he's dead, Captain.
Might be. This is where his horse came out, this clearing. He shouldn't be much further in, dead or not.
You a hand to see in the dark, are you?
Not much, no.
Well, I can always light this lantern, you know.
You want to be seen, do you?
Well, if he's dead, he won't see no lantern.
If he isn't?
I still can't see in the...
How's your hearing in the dark?
I heard that all right.
Just ahead, Gorse. You can light your lantern now. Hold it closer. Toward his face.
He looks kind of young, Captain. Kind of wild, too.
He's full of pain and scared. Do you speak the tongue of white man?
I speak.
Our camp is back by the river. We'll carry you there.
You kill?
No. Got a canteen, Gorse?
Yes, Captain.
Give him a drink.
You'll mind the lantern?
I'll mind it.
Can you lift your head up to it?
Oh, no drink.
What's the matter with you? You shot up for fair. You must be burning inside.
You drink some of it, Gorse.
Oh, yeah. You see, Injun, good water. Now you drink.
No drink.
Looks like his right leg, Gorse. A couple nicks across his belly.
What kind of show I got to put on to make him drink?
Well, drink some more.
Captain, I swilled down 3 cups of coffee before he come riding through the camp. I got no
Another
sense.
swallow or two, now go ahead.
Well. Now then, Injun, you got to make up your mind. Either it's good water or I got a taste for drinking poison. Now, which will it be?
All right, man, you drink.
I'm not thirsty. You need a drink, take it. You don't, leave it be.
Give. Drink.
You born contrary, or you just come along that way?
Good water. Good.
Didn't I tell you?
What's your name?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Fine. Charlie, you got one good leg. We'll help you up on it. Gorse?
Oh.
What kind of Indian name is Charlie?
Good American name, Charlie.
You can't argue that with him, Gorse.
Charlie.
Come on. We can make camp from here.
He's sleeping, Captain.
He's bound to. He lost a lot of blood.
Did you watch him eat? He'll gain back his strength in no time.
Did he do any talking?
Mostly he ate and smiled. Kept asking everyone to call him Charlie.
Good American name, Charlie.
What do you think about him, Captain?
Well, there's not much to think about him, Mr. Syberts. Takes pain well, he smiles, he eats a lot.
I mean, the way he rode right up to our camp alone. Rode right past the pickets without any fear at all, apparently.
And got shot for his trouble.
Yes, wouldn't you think you'd expect that, Captain?
I'd expect it. You would. Maybe Charlie's different.
Tinkham and Prevost, they both swear he made no move to fire back, just rode like the devil for the woods.
You redoubled the pickets, Mr. Syberts?
Yes, sir, I did. I guess you think maybe Charlie wasn't alone?
I told you there's not much to think about Charlie right now. If he wanted more than food and a good drink of water, he hasn't said. I can't take the chance he's alone.
The tourniquet stopped the bleeding.
Then maybe we'll know more about Charlie tomorrow.
You gonna cut the bullet out tomorrow, Captain?
I'm going to cut at least 3 of them out.
3, Captain? But Tinkham and Prevost said...
Charlie was wounded before he got here, Mr. Syberts.
You come ask question, Captain?
How do you feel this morning, Charlie?
Charlie, feel fine. Leg feel bad.
Yeah, I'll bet it does. All right, if I look at it?
You look.
Mm-hmm. Charlie, do you drink whiskey?
Whiskey?
Know what it is?
Like water?
Like fire water.
Whiskey like fire water?
Just like it. You drink fire water?
Burn. From mouth all down to belly. Make cough, make sick, make bad head.
That's it.
I like.
You got 3, maybe 4 bullets in that leg. If I don't cut 'em out, you'll die, Charlie. If I do, it'll hurt. Bad. You want whiskey for the hurt, you can have it.
Leg very bad.
Yeah, it is.
Here's the water you asked for, Captain. Brought it right from the fire.
Thanks, Gorse.
You gonna bind him fast, or you want me to hold him?
And that's up to Charlie.
You bring whiskey.
Now, where am I gonna get whiskey?
Leg very bad.
Over there, Gorse, in my bedroll.
Yes, sir. I suppose I gotta take a couple of gulps before you figure it's safe to drink, ain't you?
You got bad leg?
Only bad thing I got's my temper.
Give Charlie whiskey. Charlie take for pain.
One thing, he ain't no dumb, ain't you?
Go on, Charlie, drink it down. Let me know when the leg doesn't hurt anymore.
White Captain, good friend, bring Charlie whiskey.
Mark the day, Charlie. It's the last whiskey you'll get from this white man. I'll need more boiling water, Gorse.
Mess sergeant's got another pot going.
Ooh, very good to have leg very bad.
Never mind the talk, just drink.
He sure ain't gonna need no setting on, Captain. Lapping it down at that rate, he'll be helpless inside of 5 minutes.
I'm counting on that, Gorse.
Oh.
Let's go outside, leave him be.
I sure never seen the like of him.
He's not cut on any pattern I know either.
Ooh. That leg's bad just overnight. It's real bad. He say who shot him before we did?
There's a long list of things he's not said. Time for talk will come later.
Well, that's a quart of whiskey, Captain.
Oh! Wonderful.
It was a quart of whiskey, Gorse. Well, you ready for surgery?
You got a mind for it, sir?
I Got a mind, but not much stomach for it. And let's get it over with, Gorse.
October 21st, 1956, Fort Laramie on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you can get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that's MediShare. You get both. The typical family saves $500 a month switching to MediShare. And that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. It's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network, so yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. If you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number you need. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, more of Fort Laramie, the Indian Scout, as it was originally broadcast October 21st, 1956.
The runner's still around, Mr. Syberts?
Yes, sir. He's having something to eat, Captain.
Well, when he's through that, see he gets his rest.
He was asking about a fresh horse, sir.
He won't need one. There's no reply to this message. Time he's ready to move again, both him and his horse will be rested.
Do we have new orders, sir?
Major Daggett will be here tomorrow with a platoon from G Company. We're to wait for the rendezvous.
Major Daggett is... Well, the message says to keep Pete Hazen here till the Major arrives.
Yes, and I'd do that if I'd laid an eye on Pete in a month.
I thought he was scouting up in the Bighorn country.
Last I heard he was. Guess the Major's counting on reports from that area. Maybe we'll be moving up that way.
Are they talking about Charlie, Captain?
We're not going to find out sitting in a tent, Mr. Syberts. Crazy fool. Sergeant!
Yes, sir. Well, it happened too quick, Captain. I couldn't stop him.
The man can't walk yet. How could it happen too quick?
First I saw him, he'd crawled most down to the creek. His horse was tethered down there with the others, and you saw the rest of it. He just propelled himself up on that horse. And from the offside, the right side.
Indians don't know any better. Neither do their horses. They always mount on the right side.
You want me to go after him, Captain?
No need. He's coming back.
I swear, Captain, he's putting on a show for us.
Yeah, they ride all over a horse. On his neck, his sides, under his belly. Either of you feel like much of a horseman now?
With one bad leg. You don't think he got hold of another jug of whiskey, sir?
I'll break the man who gave it to him if he did.
Captain, I guess he's played himself out.
Charlie, good rider, yes?
Charlie, stupid fool.
Leg very bad. White Captain, sorry, leg very bad.
Your leg's a sieve, but it's your leg. You can break it off and throw it away if you're of a mind.
Leg very bad, good friend. Bring Charlie whiskey.
I told you, Charlie, that's the last whiskey you'd get from me.
Charlie ride very good. Charlie show white man Indian trick.
No whiskey.
No whiskey. You, other man, you have whiskey.
Not me, Charlie. Yeah, and don't look at me with your sore leg. I'll give you nothing.
Poor Charlie, hurt very bad.
Slide off that pony. I want to talk to you.
Oh, leg so bad.
Get off.
Oh.
Mind his horse, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Seibert, see the camp's made ready for Major Daggett's arrival?
Yes, sir.
You were kicking that bad leg around real free. Can you bear weight on it, as far as my tent?
Whiskey in tent?
You want 2 bad legs?
Charlie walk.
Here, I'll help you. There now. Let me see that leg.
Charlie do bad thing to ride?
It should have killed you. But you're such a contrary cuss. It looks fine, Charlie. It's got no right to, but your leg looks fine. Charlie, who shot you? Before we did.
White settler, he shoot 2-3 times.
Why?
Oh, Charlie try steal horses.
You ought to be shot for that. You ever lived on a reservation?
One time. Short time. Charlie not like reservation. Nothing can do. Charlie like steal horses.
You steal horses all alone, do you?
Sometime alone, sometime with Cheyenne brave. Charlie find horses. Tell others, they come, we steal.
That makes you a Cheyenne scout, then.
Charlie like steal horses. Also, hunt.
You're not Cheyenne, Charlie.
White captain can tell Charlie not Cheyenne?
Well, you look more like a crow to me.
Yes, crow. Charlie Little Bear. All blood, crow. Sioux, Cheyenne, Arapaho, all drive crow people from land of father, from Bighorn. Charlie liked Bighorn. Charlie lived there. Even with Cheyenne.
There's no Cheyenne reservation in the Bighorn?
No reservation. Just Cheyenne brave and Charlie. Like steal horses. Hunt.
You like to kill white men?
Charlie not kill white man. Not ever kill white man. Charlie friend. Got name from white man.
What white man?
Many years, when Charlie live with own people, white man come for hunt, furs. Teach Charlie speak tongue of white man. Then he die. Charlie take name of friend.
Mm-hmm.
You let Charlie go back Bighorn, hunt, steal horses.
If you stole horses, you broke the law.
You put Charlie reservation?
I might. Might put you in jail, too. I might do almost anything with you, Charlie. Except give you whiskey.
Now, the last word we had from Hazen, the Bighorn, was as peaceful as Sunday church. Now, all through these valleys here, settlers are complaining of increasing Indian raids.
For horses, Major?
For horses, until the last few days. Runners are reporting a band of marauding Cheyenne. Burning, massacring as they go.
Through here, you say? Along Stinking Water?
That's the Shoshone River, Captain.
The Indians call it Stinking Water.
Well, we're going there. It doesn't much matter what the Indians call it.
Might matter, Major.
How's that?
We can't wait for Pete Hazen. If there's a Cheyenne camp in the Bighorn, we'll need a scout to find it.
That's right.
Charlie Little Bear's an Indian. He can't pick a trail to the Shoshone River, but he'll sure know one to Stinking Water.
From what you said, this must be his band of Cheyenne who's responsible for the killing along the, Stinking Water. He's not about to lead you against his friends.
And Charlie's a crow. I've never heard a crow boast about his scalps.
You're saying, then, that you trust Charlie?
I'm counting on him being a crow, that's all, Major.
Just look at that Charlie Little Bear, Captain. Smiling, riding easy. You'd think he was out on a happy hunting party.
I'm looking at him.
You call him a scout? I could have got us this far by myself.
You know where the Cheyenne camp is, Gores?
No, sir.
Well, I don't either, but Charlie does. I'm hoping he'll lead us there.
Just because you fixed his leg, Captain?
Just because Charlie doesn't like killing, Sergeant. Charlie?
Yes, Captain.
saw the last two ranches, Charlie. Fired, burned to the ground, stock runoff.
I saw no killing. No body of white man, like you said, Captain.
This is your country, though, Charlie. This is the work of your Cheyenne friends, isn't it?
Charlie see many Indian sign. Yeah, Cheyenne. But no killing.
There's another ranch ahead, Charlie. How's your leg holding up?
Oh, good. White Captain fixed leg very good. Charlie not forget.
Patrol! Halt! Dismount. Search the premises.
Dismount.
Sergeant, report anything you can find to me. Anything.
Yes, sir.
Blood here, Captain. Dry blood. Marked the ground.
A trail of it. Leads up to the cabin. Or what's left of it, anyway.
And the conclusion of Fort Laramie, starring Raymond Burr, October 21st, 1956, follows these messages on Classic Radio Theater. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of Fort Laramie, starring Raymond Burr, October 21st, 1956.
And many pony. Cheyenne pony.
You been here before, Charlie?
Not here. Old man live here, not many horses. Charlie like steal many horses.
Was that the old man? Or can you tell?
Hard to tell about old man. Too much head gone.
Well, we can't do much for him now, but bury him.
He was old man, like white friend who gave Charlie name. Charlie friend die in peace.
Captain Quince, out here, sir.
Find something, Gorse?
Yeah. This bundle of stuff on the far side of the cabin. It's a funny collection, Captain.
Relics. 4 arrows. This thing, Gorse, made of skin and buffalo hair.
2 arrow for hunting, 2 for war. This marking, the hat of skin and hair, this all sacred to Cheyenne.
There's an old man dead inside the cabin, Sergeant. Fall in a burial detail.
Yes, sir. You take it.
You sing death song for old man, Captain?
We'll just bury him, Charlie. And hope he's found his peace.
This day is old. Son dies, too.
Yeah. We'll be making camp soon.
Charlie not like killing. With tomorrow's sun, Charlie lead you to Cheyenne camp.
Fort Laramie is produced and directed by Norman MacDonald and stars Raymond Burr as Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry, with Vic Perrin as Sergeant Gorse. The script was specially written for Fort Laramie by Kathleen Height, with sound patterns by Bill James and Ray Kemper, musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Featured in the cast were Lawrence Dobkin as Charlie, Jack Moyles as Major Daggett, and Harry Bartell as Lieutenant Seiberts.
Company, tension! Dismiss.
Next week, another transcribed story of the Northwest frontier and the troopers who fought under Lee Quince, captain of cavalry.
Raymond Burr enjoyed doing Fort Laramie. In fact, he said at the time that if there was just a way that the time could be managed differently, he would love to continue doing the show, but he said there was just no time. He said maybe you could install a tape machine in my car and I could record it on the way to and from the studio. You know, he was doing Raymond Burr, doing the Perry Mason show. And so there was just no time to record the show. But it was a delight what we had of it. Fort Laramie, as it was originally broadcast October 21st, 1956, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we go back to the days when every small community, medium-sized community, even large communities, had a local Coca-Cola bottling plant. They did. And Coca-Cola was in those glass bottles that you got a nickel back or 2 cents back or whatever the deposit was on the bottle so they could be washed and reused. Ah, the days. But this, an episode of Claudia, sponsored by Coke, October 21st, 1948.
Your Coca-Cola bottler presents Claudia, based on the famous play and novels by Rose Franken. Brought to you transcribed Monday through Friday by your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. Relax, and while you're listening, refresh yourself. Have a Coke. And now, Claudia.
David? David, what do other people do on evenings like this?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, whatever you ask me.
I didn't ask you any question that could be answered with a yes.
Then, no.
I didn't ask you a question that could be answered with a no, either.
What did you ask me?
Don't you ever listen to what I say?
Oh, only when you say something important.
Well, how can you tell if it's something important if you don't listen to what I say first?
I can tell.
How?
Oh, by the tone of your voice.
Oh.
Oh,
Don't you want to know what I asked you?
not particularly.
That's a nice thing for a husband to say to his wife. What 1 year of marriage will do. You can take your nose out of that drawing board for 1 minute. It won't hurt you.
It's only been in it for 1 minute.
All right, forget it. See if I care.
All right. What is it, darling?
What is what?
What is it you said?
Nothing important.
Well, I know that. Just tell me what you said and get it over with.
I just said that I wondered what other people did on an evening like this.
What other people?
Any other people.
Oh.
The world is full of other people. What do you suppose they're doing?
People here in Eastbrook, or people in South America, or people in Africa, or the North Pole.
You make it so complicated.
I'm trying to simplify it.
Why I love you, I will never know. Except that I do. Say, what do you suppose they are doing?
All depends. Some people might be still having dinner. Others might be just going to bed.
We've had dinner. Let's go to bed.
It's too early. Besides, I'm busy. I'm working, or trying to.
I wonder if any other people are busy over there at drawing boards.
Maybe other people who are architects are.
I bet not. I bet no other man sits around in the evening ignoring his wife as if she were a piece of furniture.
Now, look here, piece of furniture. You were the one that suggested that I get some work done so that tomorrow morning we could get busy on buying a cow.
Did I suggest that?
You did indeed. I said to myself at the time, what a really intelligent woman I married.
Well, you did. That's exactly what I am.
So do you mind if I get back to work, just to oblige you, of course?
No, I don't mind.
Good.
At least, I shouldn't mind, so go back to your work, darling.
Thank you.
You want an ashtray before you settle down?
Yes.
This time it worked.
What work?
You didn't listen to what I asked you, and it just so happened it was the right answer.
Well, you better see that it just so happens you ask me the right questions from now on.
Will do. Now, David, don't you bother with me. You just get back to your work. I will entertain myself. After all, I wasn't married all my life. I used to know how to spend my evenings alone.
Now, don't tell me that you ever sat alone without a date, Mrs. Knott.
Yes, often.
You did.
Now, get back to work, David. I know. Let's see. Yes, I know exactly what I'm going to do, so don't worry about me.
Well, aren't you going to even tell me first?
Certainly, if you're interested. I'm going to play solitaire.
Solitaire?
Certainly, solitaire. Solitaire means a game to play alone. Well, that's perfect. That's me.
I didn't know you played cards.
I don't. I just play solitaire.
Which kind do you play?
Oh, well, I play the kind that's 7 cards across with the little piles of cards underneath turned under.
Oh, that kind.
Is there any other kind?
There are lots of other kinds.
Well, I don't know any of them. I just know the kind 7 cards
With
across.
With the little piles of the cards turned under and over.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you go red, black, and you build on aces. And the only thing you could put in empty spaces is kings, and you go through the cards 3 at a time.
Of course, you realize that if I didn't know what you were talking about, I wouldn't know what you were talking about.
What's that you said?
Skip it.
Now get back to work, and don't be so nosy.
Where are you going?
Just going to get the card table out of the hall closet.
Want me to help?
I do not. I want you to do your work, or I'll feel guilty. Say, do you think it'd be better if I played solitaire in the dining room?
Oh, come on in here. You won't disturb me.
Well, all right. I'm not going to say another word to you.
You're
Realize.
sure? You're sure, huh?
Another word.
All right.
Sure, I'm sure. Besides, you've done half the talking, so don't sound so unbelieving. Anyway, it takes 2 people to talk.
Really? Funny, I always thought it just took you.
I'll ignore that. Say, how does this table work anyway? It's all sort of squatted under like an Indian. Can't get the legs out. Oh, no, David, now don't answer me. I'll do it myself. Honestly, I think they'd find a way to make things simpler. Where are the directions? Ouch! Oh, darn it, I pinched my finger. It's not bleeding.
Just pinch that little rod, darling. Well?
It worked. Must be a trick to it.
Just know how.
Get back to your drawing board.
Yes, sir.
Now, chair, cards. Over here in this little left-hand drawer of the desk. Move over a little, darling.
You just keep giving me a running commentary of your activities, and I'll get a lot accomplished.
Am I talking aloud?
Very loud.
Cards. Now, just sit myself down at the table, shuffle the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just a little softer, please, darling.
Oh, I'm sorry, David. I didn't mean to talk.
It's all right. It's free country.
Well, not for wives, it isn't. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. Now, there we are.
Did you turn up a good set of cards?
Nope, not so good. Just 1 ace turned up.
That's pretty good.
Queen on a king, and a 9 on a 10. Turn up 1. Whee, it's a 2. Oh, wrong 2. Well, guess that's all I can do. Start going through the pack. 3 at a time.
Claudia.
Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be talking aloud again. It's just a habit a person gets into.
But, Claudia, I was going to say...
I know. I'll be quieter. You won't even hear my card shuffling.
But, darling,
Shh. Now, don't talk. Work.
There's a 6 that belongs on a 7.
Where?
The 4th pile.
I don't see it.
Are you blind? I can see it from over here.
Oh, yes. Of course, 6 of hearts. Hello, 6 of hearts. How are you? Thank you, David. Thank you very much. Now, go back to work.
Can't even play solitaire correctly.
Well, I haven't played it in years.
Oh, fine excuse.
You want me to go to the dining room? Do the pack once. Only 2 cards. That's not very good, Miss Brown. You'll have to do better.
Who is Miss Brown?
Miss Brown who?
You just called yourself Miss Brown.
I did? Well, that's a hangover from my solitaire days. Correction, you will have to do better, Mrs. Norton.
Well, that's better, Miss Brown.
Nope, that won't work. Need more aces. This is nice, David, very nice, just us two, busy all alone. Busy in our own way.
Yeah.
This is being married. Well, back to the game. Oh, dear me, I'm not going to win this way. I've gone through the pack again, nothing turned up. Well, now let's see. Now,
You were supposed to turn up 3 cards at a time, darling.
I know.
Well, you didn't turn up 3 cards at a time, darling.
Why, didn't I?
You turned up 2.
You are supposed to be working, not watching.
You cheated.
I didn't. I just turned up 2 cards instead of 3 because it wouldn't have done me any good to turn up 3.
Well, that's cheating.
It is not cheating. It's only when you do something against the rules, when you're playing with somebody else, when you do it behind their back.
Clear as mud.
I'm not playing with anybody else. I know perfectly well what I'm doing. So how can I be cheating?
Because you broke the rules.
Turning up 3 cards wouldn't have done me any good. Anyway, what's the difference to anybody?
Just isn't the way you play the game.
Poof on the way to play the game. I never win on the way to play the game.
You'd rather cheat and win, wouldn't you?
But I didn't cheat. Who am I playing against?
You're playing against the cards.
I'm playing with the cards.
Don't act so dumb. You know what I mean.
I don't like your implying that I would cheat at cards.
I didn't imply, I tell you. What kind of a girl are you, anyway?
You're not supposed to be snooping. I don't tell lies. I don't steal. I don't commit acts, murders. I don't embezzle the government. Why shouldn't I help myself to a little card if I need it?
Because it isn't honorable.
That is just a matter of a point of view.
Oh.
Honorable. You play your way, I'll play mine, and stop peeking.
All right, if that's the way you want it. Well, I don't see what fun it can be if you don't follow the rules.
Stop talking like a man. Go back to your drawing board. I'm busy.
Let me know how you come out, little Miss Al Capone.
Very funny. Hey, David, I think I heard something.
What?
I think I heard the baby crying.
No, I didn't hear anything.
You were concentrating. I better go up and see.
Mama's upstairs.
Mama's probably asleep by now. I'll just be a second. Good chance for you to get your work finished, darling.
I've been so interrupted, I'll never get my work done. I'm going to call it quits for the evening. Let's see. 8 of hearts and 9 of spades. Turn up 1, 2, 3. 2 of clubs. Just a little deuce that I wanted to see. No threes. 3 cut turn up, 3 cut turn up. B-I-E-I-O. I'm certainly not going to win this way. I'll have to do a little finagling here. Just a little.
Put that card down, Mr. Norton.
Claudia, what are you doing here?
Peeking over your shoulder. Put that card down, Mr. Norton.
Now, why should I?
Because you were going to put it down in an empty space, and only kings belong in empty space.
How did you know I was?
Where else would you put it?
Well,
Honestly, the pot calling the kettle black. You had a nerve, David Norton. Lecturing me about cheating, and then the minute my back is turned, you put a 10 down in an empty space.
If you want a lesson in light-hearted entertaining, watch teenagers make plans for a party. Who'll bring the Coke, they ask. And after that's settled, their worries are over. For if there's enough Coca-Cola to go round, there's sociability to spare. Then they can all play refreshed.
Say, Joe, before you go, tell me one thing.
If I can, David.
How do you play solitaire?
Well, I shuffle the cards and...
put out 7.
In 7 piles.
Yeah.
Then turn them over one at a time. Some aces are there. You put those up, and then you put a deuce on the ace, and a 3 on the deuce, and so forth. I guess just the way you or Claudia do.
And that means,
Well, now and then I guess I do deal from the bottom of the deck.
Well, thanks for the information. Good night, Joe.
That's right. Get a good night's sleep, David, because tomorrow's a big day.
It is?
You just about add a new member to your household, you know.
I do.
A female member.
That sounds interesting. I better tell Claudia to get the guest room ready.
Oh, I don't think you'll need to... Well, you'll find out tomorrow. Every day, Monday through Friday, Claudia comes to you transcribed with the best wishes of your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. So listen again tomorrow at the same time. And now this is Joe King saying au revoir. And remember, whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you may be, when you think of refreshment, think of Coca-Cola. For Coca-Cola makes any pause a pause that refreshes. And ice-cold Coca-Cola is everywhere. This broadcast of Claudia was supervised and directed by William Brown Maloney. And now here's a word from your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola.
Well, I don't bottle Coca-Cola. They only do that, I think, in Atlanta these days. I don't know where all they bottle Coca-Cola today, but it's not like it used to be. October 21st, 1948, Claudia here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thanks for making us a part of your day. Thank this station. Support their advertisers. It's their kindness and courtesy that allow us to be with you every time we roll around here on your favorite station. Miss a day? You don't have to miss a show. Go to classicradio.stream where you can stream our shows on demand. There's a list of places that you can download the show's podcasts. You can also contact me. You can learn about building a classic radio collection of your own. You can find our social media links. And if you'd like to help me expand our classic radio collections, you can buy me a coffee. All that at classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.